Hickok 45 here without a gun. No, wait a minute, I do have one, my pocket gun. But since the subject today is not my pocket gun, and since John locked up my firearm over here, let me go over here and dig it out. He said I was shooting too much before the video. Let's see, is that it? No, John, that's yours. Put that one back, okay? He likes to keep these guns locked up so I can't overshoot them. He calls it overshooting. And I keep telling him there's no such thing as overshooting, okay? Because I just like to shoot. And I've run so many magazines through this thing today, the day we're doing the video. Again, I shot it some the last few days. But I enjoy shooting. I hate to tell you that. And 10 millimeter is not something I shoot all that often. So I have had some fun putting rounds through this R1 1911 Hunter by Remington, okay? It's an interesting firearm. Y'all have requested it several times. It's one of those instances where somebody tipped the scales. You know, it was that last straw a week or so ago, and someone else requested it. And I said, yeah, you know what? I would like to do that. I need to shoot some 10 millimeter. All right. I think I'll just start out by... Don't tell anybody. I'm going to smoke a little pot first, okay? Yeah. Oh, look at there. First shot. I might have... Now, I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I hit the slide lock or not. But let's take out the rest of that pot. All right. In that bowling pin. Yeah. In that plate. Yeah, you look like a hog. This would be a good hog hunting pistol, I suppose, with some hot 10 millimeter in it. I don't know if I hit it or not. We'll shoot it a bunch here and we'll see how it goes. I've shot enough, probably should be broken in 100, 150 rounds, but I don't know what it will take. Okay. And again, we'll shoot two different power factors here and take a good look at it. I don't have any real hollow points, but yeah, I don't know if that's important with this firearm. With a 10 millimeter, if you're going to carry, I don't know if anybody's going to carry this for self-defense or not, a Longslide 10 millimeter, not many, but it's mainly for hunting. It's even called the Hunter, as you can see. So you're probably going to carry something like that, just something that with good penetration and expansion, but not necessarily a hollow point. You could. So that's what it's, I think, designed mainly for hunting. And it's got a pretty nice sight on it. It's got one of these Bomar. If you're an old school person, you remember the old Bomar sights. And it's kind of like that. I had one of those on a couple of different 1911s, and it's got a fiber optic front sight, which gives you a pretty good sight picture, and it's thin enough that, and you got that longer sight radius with a 6-inch barrel. This is 6-inch. Let me pull John's gun back out of there. I meant to have a 1911 here anyway, a regular one. I forgot, and luckily John brought his. He wanted to shoot it today. This is a regular 5-inch 1911, and it's clear, but that's a Series 80. You see the difference in the slide length. Yeah, so you get another inch, and you get a longer sight radius out of it. Okay, and that always helps, and especially if you have maybe a thinner front sight. You'll notice a lot of your target pistols and things, you'll have a more narrow front sight, and so that you got a little bit of space in that gap back, on both sides of the front sight, if you know what I'm talking about there. And it enables you to get a more precision shot, at least attempt to get a more precision shot. So you got a longer sight radius than you have with the 5-inch government model. Okay, so let's you want to go ahead and put some big boy rounds in here. Let's go ahead and put some of these trophy bondeds in. All right. Shoot something. I feel like there's something I forgot to tell you. Probably will. The thing sells for around $1,000, depending on where you find it. Okay, and we did an R1, Remington R1. I don't know when it was, a couple of years ago maybe. And as I recall, I'll have to look at that video. I didn't look at it. I hate to watch our videos. Man, are they stupid? Gosh. Guy talks too much and everything else, but no, I didn't look at it. Sometimes I do. As I recall, though, we didn't have any problems, and kind of liked it. Okay, so I don't mean to sound overly surprised, but Remington, with the Freedom Group and everything, they've had some quality control issues, and best I can ascertain, though, the R1s, the Remington 1911s, the R1s have not really been a victim of that. Tell me your experience, if you well, not necessarily disagree, but if you have a different experience. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth, but that gun seemed fine, and this one seems fine. We'll see as we shoot it some more, but they seem solid, and it seems to it just seems smooth, well built. It's typical 1911. I guess I don't need to break it down. There's nothing unusual about the interior of it, but you've got a rail there. You got a nice beaver tail on it, so it feels good to shoot. John and I both been shooting the thing, and the sight picture's good. We're having a little trouble, both of us, hitting the red plates with it. I'm not sure why. I think I've got the sights pretty much on. I did raise them a little bit, the rear sight, but I mean, it's funny because we can pop anything else we're looking at, even animals, I think, but I don't know, just had a little trouble hitting the red plates. So, if it's the added recoil or what the heck it is. Some firearms you just shoot better than others, but it is designed for hunting. And we might take out a hog over there before we're finished, because a lot of people, I think, like a 10 millimeter for shooting hogs. All right. Now I think I'm going to try out these trophy bonded rounds here. I'll be sure to keep my thumb off the slide lock to make sure that's not me. Okay. Let's take out that jug there. Little product placement on what Spectre sight. Woohoo! Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh, there's another can of water hanging, just waiting to catch a bullet. It caught one. So did this guy. Woo! That stayed back on me again. I don't think I hit it. Okay. So let's smoke some more pot first with these big boys. Back, there's third time. Let's put one on the target. All right, 10 millimeter. So those have some punch. All right. So there's done it a couple more times. Let's just shoot some more of those. It feels good to shoot a powerful 1911. There's no doubt about it. These rounds, they punch you a little bit. They don't hurt. The firearm is very comfortable to shoot. So here we go. Trophy bonded. Well, while we've got a trophy bonded in here, let's see if we can get us a ram or a buffalo over there. All right. Now I hope I can see where the misses go so I can adjust. I'll make sure I got a good grip on it too. I don't know if that would be having an effect on that. All right. Oh, I hit it, but it didn't fall. There we go. Wow, that's a tough buffalo, isn't it? Let's see on that pig. Since it's a hunter, you're more likely to be hunting hogs, probably, than buffalo. Bison. Okay, I saw that one. I saw that one because it rolled it. It rolled it. All right. Feeling of power. 10 millimeters, been around since around 83, and it has had a cult following all through the years, and that cult has, I think, gotten bigger. And again, share your opinions. I seem to see this becoming more and more popular, the more mainstream, the 10 millimeter. You seem to see 10 millimeter ammo from all the companies, more of it in gun shops, well-stocked gun shops. More 10 millimeter firearms are coming out. I mean, revolvers and 1911s, polymer guns, just everything. So it seems to be doing very well. The 10 millimeter seems very healthy. Okay, that may just be my impressions, but that is my impression. Okay. So it's a viable option for a lot of purposes, no doubt about it. This firearm, again, you got your skeletonized trigger, which of course enables it to shoot better, right? It's got, I forget what the finish, PVC, XYW, it's got some special name like everybody has for their finish, but it's, you know, some kind of, I don't know if it's nitride or what it is, but it's a finish, protective finish. Every gun company has it, and they call it something different. There's probably not a lot of difference amongst them really, but it's got a nice finish on it. You got the G3 grips, VZ G3, I think, grips, so you get a good grip on it. You really do. The only thing that would make it better is if it had some checkering in the front there. Again, though, it's not a $2,000 pistol, and it's got the straight mainspring housing, the long trigger. It has the stuff I like on a 1911. Nice beaver tail, long trigger, flat mainspring housing. All that. It's got a barrel. I like to have a barrel on my 1911s, and I don't care for rails much. I don't know why you'd necessarily have a rail on this if you're going to go hog hunting. If you're hunting at night, maybe you're going to have a flashlight on it. Anyway, it does have the rail. So, pretty cool gun. I kind of like shooting it. I don't like the slide locking back. I'm not going to be carrying a firearm like this for self-defense. But in the right circumstances, if you're hog hunting, self-defense may be a part of that, right? I wouldn't want 6 or 8 of those hogs coming after me. Wild hogs. Let's put a couple more on this paper over here. Okay, now I've got the more of the range ammo, the American Eagle in. I'm gonna get a good grip on it now. All right, sights seem to be right on. Okay. Got another magazine with me. I have 2 mags. It comes with 2 magazines. Feels good. Feels good. I might need to go over there. I'm going to try that turkey on the top row over there. Well, I can't see where it's going. I need to put my trophy bondage back in. They seem to have a point of impact. It was easier to anticipate where it was going. All right. Oh, you know what? We got to shoot the gong too with something. I got 2 mags, all I have. So I'll load this up. Let's shoot some more of this trophy bonded stuff. So, like I say, you got the fiber optic up front. It's just a nice pistol. Really feels good and seems to I don't know, it seems to shoot fine. Let me put some more of these in here. Anything else about it I haven't remembered here. Got a nice green box it comes in. I kind of like those Remington boxes. Of course, that's a personal preference on what you want your firearm to come in. And I make fun of some of the boxes because I never use the boxes that firearms come in, but that's just the snob in me because I have my own range, so I'm not carrying them off to the range. But even when I do take firearms, handguns somewhere else, I'd rather stick them in my range bag, 2 or 3, and maybe in the gun socks even, and put them down in the range bag. But some people, I'm sure, use the gun boxes. Not me. I've got a bunch of them, and I couldn't even tell you where half of them are. So most of them have not been touched, many of them in years and years and years. All right, we got some of this hot stuff in here. Let's go across the hill. Let's wake up the gong here before it gets too dark. All right, I'm gonna get a good grip on it in case that's has anything to do with that slide locking back too soon there a couple times. All right. Yeah, I believe those hit it. It's just not ringing as loud. Boom! It locked back on me. Let's try that piggy right in the middle of the range. There we go. A little hog hunting of our own. Still locking back on me. That is fun. I'm gonna try that. Let's see, that turkey I was having trouble with. Maybe I can hit him with these. All right, got to hold low. It locked back again. Okay, let's try those weak-handed. Let's try the cowboy. Boom. That moves him around a little bit, doesn't it? What, oh yeah, I thought of something. Yeah, let's see, I got another magazine. We have a cinder block there just for these rounds. So let's see if we can affect him a little bit. All right. Boom. All right, locking back. Lock back again. Boom. Finished him off. So it seemed like he was doing that more with the hot rounds, wasn't it? Let's try some of these American Eagle again here. I'll put a couple of mags of these things through it. See what we get. All right. 10 millimeter. It's a little bit of a controversial round. You know, for self-defense, some people, you know, will not carry for that, and some will. Some highly recommend it. So kind of up to you. But for hunting, yeah. Oh, we got our sight. Ooh, pin slipping out on us there, don't we? Okay. You have to watch that. That needs a little touch of super glue, doesn't it? Make sure that doesn't come out. And then I don't know if there were other colors of those in the box. Let's see. I don't remember seeing. No, there's no extra fiber optic pieces to put in there. I might be able to get them from Remington. I don't know. So you can keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye on that. If this were mine, I won't do anything with it, but I would put a little touch of super glue or something on the end of that, or maybe just make sure it stays in there. So let's try some of these again. Yeah, get that one loaded. But for hunting or hog hunting, like this gun is designed for, you know, 10 millimeter is pretty good choice, depending on what you're hunting. You know, deer, hogs, I guess anything in that category. It'd be better than nothing, I guess, even in bear country, but still not highly recommended, you know, as as a bear round, especially grizz, I guess. All right, let's just empty a magazine here into that barrel. All right. So that worked. Maybe it needs more breaking in. Make sure that sight doesn't get lost on us. Let's do that again. These are the range rounds. All right. There we go. All right. So, I don't know, I guess I'd have to look at the video. I'm too stupid to remember really where we were getting the lock back the most often. I think it was with the trophy bonded the most often, but I might be mistaken. All right, so make that sure that's not going to come out on us. Set back. Don't want to lose it. Ouch, somehow it got hot. Oh, let's use the screwdriver. Push that back. Better than the Glock tool. Okay. So I think it needs probably to be pushed down a little bit and then move back. Either way, we're not going to lose it. And that is something that you can kind of decide how you want to glue it. Whoever you know, like wins this or buys this in the e-gunner auction. But that little fiber optic piece wants to move forward, and you wouldn't want to, here I'm a scientist, but I think that you would not actually probably want to put anything on the front or the rear of it that would of course block the light. Probably a little touch of something right there, maybe in the middle, to make sure it doesn't slide on you. and I'll get it pushed back in there, and then maybe include a note in the box as a reminder to make sure the sight's secured. Okay, so anyway, that's the Hunter, and you saw it operate as it operates. This is one example of it, and positives and negatives. It's not a big positive, the fact the slide lock's back. Maybe that'll get better after a couple 300 rounds, don't know. And it might be more prone to it with some ammo, than others. You'd want to get the sight fixed there where it's not going to move on you. So those are some negatives. It's a big old, heavy gun, of course, but for a 10 millimeter, that's what you're going to want, when you fire it, because I truthfully, I could shoot another box or 2 or 3 of these through it, and my hand's not going to hurt. It absorbs the recoil, really well. It ought to. It's got a 6-inch slide on it. It's all steel. It's an all steel firearm. So it's got great sights and on the positive side. Feels great in the hand, all that. So anyway, those are kind of the negatives and the positives of it. And it's a Remington R1 1911 Hunter. So it's something you're probably not going to be using for self-defense. So, the bar is really, really high on reliability with a self-defense pistol. And it should be high even for a hunting pistol, but there you go. So maybe, well, I don't want to actually lose the sight. Let me see, I could fire a couple more of those. We'll mess with, why don't we cut? I'm going to mess with the front sight and get it back in place. Why don't we cut for a second, John, and I'll get that done, okay? Hey, I'm back. I lied. I said I wasn't going to put super glue on it. We pushed it back in there, and I did put a little drop of super glue on it. You really can't even see it, okay? And a couple of times you were able to just push. I was able to just push it back in there, but it was out far enough to where it needed to be pushed down in order to get the rear holes. There's a hole here, and there's a hole in the front, and it needs obviously to go into that. So a little pressure down, it went right in, snapped in there. So I just got some super glue out. I guess it's super, it says super, and I just put a little drop there, kind of in the middle, and didn't really mess it up or anything. That's been about 2, 3, 4 minutes, so it should be dried up. So I'll take a couple more shots, okay, and see if the sight's working. All right, I'm just going to shoot a couple of mags and let you go here. All right, you've kind of seen everything we've seen, and I don't know what I should shoot. You know what? That cowboy has. That one over there has been neglected. So let's just put some rounds on him. Yeah. All right. There we go. Looks like the super glue did the job. I are a gunsmith. You didn't know it, did you? I've got a Dremel tool, a sledgehammer, and some super glue. I are a gunsmith. Wow. Oh, cowboy got a ring to it. There we go. Yeah, sight's in place now, so maybe that's going to be fixed. All right, so anyway, other than slide locking back, and I don't think it's my thumb. I wasn't hitting the slide lock or anything. So whatever that is, it happened some with the lighter American Eagle, but then with the hotter stuff, it was more likely for that to happen. So I don't know if that's a break-in issue or it needs a different spring in it, or what that might be. So I guess other than that, it seems to be a pretty nice pistol, as I said before. And it's fun to shoot. It's easy with that long barrel and that long sight radius to kind of get it on target at reasonable distances, and you could probably get to be pretty accurate with it, is my guess, as long as you're not flinching from the 10 millimeter recoil or sound of it and all that sort of thing. No matter how much shooting we've done, all of us, when you get a harder kicking round, louder round, there is more tendency to flinch. It's just that simple, or jerk the trigger and that sort of thing. But it seems like a pretty good shooter, other than slide locking back. It's that's the main negative that I see in the firearm right now for what it is. It's a 10 millimeter hunting 1911. So I'll let you, we're going to wrap up now. Hang around and get John's take on it, okay, before you leave. So anyway, as you know, life is good.
Hi, welcome to the first edition of John's Thoughts. Yes, it's the first time I've ever had thoughts, so I'm going to share some of those with you about this gun that you just watched an entire video on. I probably don't need any more information about. But before I do that, I want to remind you to check out our friends over at SDI, the Sonoran Desert Institute. They're a fully accredited online distance learning program where you can be certified in gunsmithing or get an associate's degree in firearms technology. It's sdi.edu. Also, please check out our friends over at vaulteksafe.com. See the safe right there. Normally I'm talking to you about this while I'm, playing guitar or some other thing after the videos, but I'm here with a gun about to shoot anyways. So check out those people, Vaultek SDI. Also, if you want to follow us or other places online, you can check out Hickok 45 on Facebook, The Real Hickok 45 on Instagram, Hickok 45 on Twitter. We have some videos over on full30.com. I also have some content that I do under the Hickok 45 and Son YouTube channel. There's a John Hickok Facebook. There's a John_Hickok 45 Instagram account that I run. And we have t-shirts on our website, hickok45.com. Check that out. Okay, I think that's all I can think of for that. So without further ado, let me shoot this thing again, even though you just saw it shot a bunch of times. But you didn't see me shoot it though. So maybe there'll be something different. Okay, but probably just the same. All right, let's shoot the coffin. All right, and of course I fired this gun some earlier. This is my first time shooting it, and my initial impression of shooting it is definitely no surprise. I expected it to be pretty smooth for a 10 millimeter because it's a big, heavy, steel 1911. It has a long slide like that talked about in the video, so it has a really nice kind of shove element to it, kind of almost even beyond just a 45 ACP 1911, where it really just kind of shoves you. I mean, you can feel the sharpness of the 10 millimeter because it's a fast round, but the recoil just really kind of shoves you, if that makes any sense. So very comfortable to shoot. Nice sights and everything. Like Dad said, one thing I don't know if he talked about is the grip feels amazing. It's a very aggressive grip, and I like it. It feels really good. Helps you really get a nice grip on the pistol, which I really like. I like the idea of a 10 millimeter in a 1911. It's kind of a cool concept, especially where 10 millimeter is going to be kind of a big gun anyways, so it's not as big of a disadvantage that it's a heavy 1911. You kind of want it to be heavy because it's a 10 millimeter and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a cool concept. It looks cool. I like the color of it. It's just a neat gun all around in concept. Of course, the issues with it would be that it's a Remington, and we know that they are owned by the Freedom Group now, and the Freedom Group has ruined, at least temporarily, we hope, a lot of great gun companies. And I wouldn't buy anything under the Freedom Group umbrella until I start hearing about, a lot of changes in quality happening, just because there's been too many issues with them. I've seen them firsthand. I've heard about them. It's just, it's not just internet drama. It's a real problem. But let me shoot this other magazine. But I hope that this thing proves to be reliable though over time. We had some issues with the slide locking back on it, which I'm not sure what that could be attributed to. It might just be only this specific gun, or it could be a problem that they all have. But there's definitely some neat things about this 1911 and 10 millimeter. It's a cool looking gun. I don't necessarily love that it has the rail on it. I'd rather it be the standard 1911 profiles to fit in like other holsters and stuff. But it's a neat gun, and this has been John's Thoughts. And for those of you who appreciate redundancy, I hope you enjoyed this little thing, and thanks. We'll see you later.